Science is about studying things. Engineering is about creating things. Technology is nothing but applied science. Mathematics plus physics plus chemistry by 3 with application of knowledge leads to engineering. So a scientist studies the planet and the engineer creates the things in the planet. People often say civil engineers build the world, electrical engineers they light the world, electronics and communication engineers they connect the world, and our computer science and IT fellows, engineers, they do the magic of the world. And recently we have felt the importance of biotechnology. Biotechnological engineers, they try to keep the planet healthy, people healthy when things go out of hand. So totally the engineers, we can say, are the creators of the world. That's our importance. Earlier days, when someone falls sick, it was the main role of the doctor who diagnoses it. But as on date, more than a doctor, a biotechnologist, a biomedical engineer has a much serious and much critical role to play. The doctor can't diagnose unless he sees what are the symptoms inside. It's a proven thing. When COVID was spreading throughout the world at a very high pace, it is the biotechnologists, it is the biomedical engineering, and it is the engineers of the biotechnology that were able to crack the things, that were able to help the people create a vaccine to save this planet, to save the people from the epidemic. This is a proven one. It itself shows what is the importance of engineer. So engineer is playing much critical role in medical field even than a doctor. Now let us look into what is happening to the engineering field. As you all know, after 1990s, with liberalization, so-called education also is liberalized. We started having private engineering colleges, private medical colleges, private universities. The aim of creating this is very good, but the outfall of this at some places may be bad. There are many private engineering colleges which are of high standards. There are many private universities which are of much higher standards than many other national universities like Manhattan College, VIT, GITAMS. If you go and see, the standard of education is much better than a government engineering college or a government university. But because of the changing trends, because many of the people who have good knowledge, they are not coming to the teaching field. They are either going abroad or they are choosing other fields. The guru plays a very important role in molding the students because there is lack of quality teachers in the professional education, whether it is medicine or whether it is engineering. The students are also unable to mold themselves they are unable to mold themselves to the world standard expectations. So this is the place where the government has to address the things. And the last University Grants Commission, they have increased the salaries of the professional, all the teachers, and particularly the professional teachers to a higher level. But still, it is yet to give the result. This is one point. Second point is, after mushrooming of engineering colleges, there is a big gap between what the student acquires the knowledge in the educational institute and what the professional world wants. There is a gap. How to fill this gap? This has to be filled by skill development. This is the place where the corporates have to step in, the government organizations have to step in and upskill the young graduates to suit themselves, to catch themselves to the professional world. This is the second point where we are missing. Third thing, I am talking both about engineering and medicine. Even in the medical field, earlier, if you see 1970s, 1980s, an MBBS doctor means he knows everything. He is a good surgeon also. He is a good physician also. And he is just an MBBS. He does the operations. He is able to handle all types of illnesses. He is able to diagnose. But later what happened? MD, MS, only people with MD and Master of Surgery, they are able to attend to the physician vertical and surgery vertical. Now the things have diluted further. Now you need super speciality. Similarly, that is what is happening in engineering also. In short, a 5 years MBBS degree in 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, when a student passes out, he was having the all required basic skills as well as the additional skills to diagnose a patient. Whereas an MBBS graduate who passes out from a medical college now, he doesn't have the skills. If you ask him to do a surgery, his hands will shake. If you ask him to diagnose, they will not be able to diagnose. They again look at MD and MS. MD and MS also, MS fellow, if it is a ear problem, he will say go to ENT, super specialty. Even if you want to go for some other thing, heart, he will say heart super specialty. What earlier, in short, what I am saying, a graduate of medicine was able to understand, read, and make himself familiar with the total anatomy of a human being. Whereas now, he is failing to do so. He is just having the very basic knowledge. And nowadays, when the ear problem comes, you have to go to ear specialist. When you have a heart problem, you have to go to a heart super specialty specialist. And that fellow knows only this. And this fellow knows only this. If you give the medicine for this, what happens to this? God only knows. So this is where the educational field has to change. Similarly in engineering also. Earlier, a general engineer, an engineering graduate of mechanical engineering or an engineering graduate of civil engineering of 1970s, 1980s, 1990s, if you see, they have changed the verticals like anything. A graduate from civil is able to master himself in computers. A graduate in mechanical is able to master himself in GIS. That was the level of training that was being incorporated in professional colleges. So it is sad to understand that this type of quality levels are coming down, and I am very sure it doesn't mean that you should not open up the things. It's a good thing the government has done by opening more and more medical colleges. Only the students have to understand that they have to be more serious, and the parents also should not trust their children to get into engineering only. All the parents should not push their children to engineering. If the child is good in commerce, we have to encourage commerce. The child is good in medicine, we have to encourage medicine. If a child is good in any other profession, even cooking, encourage them in cooking, he will become a big shot. But we have to explain them the pros and cons. So by keeping the interested people in the interested profession, then only they will be acquiring, learning all the skills of the profession. Then only the professional excellence will come. That's about the general thing. Now coming to engineers, what are the qualities that an engineer should have? He should be innovative, he should be intelligent, and third thing is he should be ethical. An engineer should be intelligent, otherwise he can't be innovative. Once he is innovative, he will be able to apply the technology. Earlier you will know him, the pacemaker, it used to be very costly. Now, after the advent of technology, they were able to bring the cost down. So, engineers should be able to create quality goods at a cheaper price for the society, so that the society will excel, society will get the benefit out of it. As rightly said by Mr. Ramesh, there is no meaning of any yajna if the Yajamani himself who is doing the yajna tries to consume it. You does yajna not for yourself, it is for the society. If you see people, rishis, who were doing yajnas in the olden days, they were not expecting anything for themselves. They were asking only moksha. Whatever the good thing that comes, they used to do it for loka kalyana. That means the benefit of the society. That's what the engineers also have to understand. Coming to government sector, the engineers in government sector, I request you, you have to be quality minded. At whatever, it may be a 10 rupees price, it may be a 20 rupees price, it may be 30 rupees price. When you spend 10 rupees, quality goods of 10 rupees should be there. No compromise on that. Doesn't matter, if it is costlier also doesn't matter. Spend more, but the quality goods equal to that particular cost should be made available to the organization. That is what your role is, and I am sure you will be doing that. Now coming to the great legend, our Vishwaguru, our Vishwakarma, Mokshagandam, Visvesvaraya ji, who is the son of the soil of Karnataka, is a great man as told by many people, and he has done lot in port technology also. He is instrumental in stopping the erosion at Visakhapatnam Port Trust. People said the sea is eroding, we have to build a south breakwater. Then he said there is a old ship over there, bring it and sink it here. And he sunk it there, and because of sedimentation, it acted as a barrier, it stopped the erosion. That is the level of intellectuality he had. And friends, as you all know, Ujjamam sahasam dhairyam buddhi siddhi parakramaha shajate vartanti tatra daiva sahayakrut. Udyamam, you should be able to think revolutionarily. Sahasam, you should be adventurous. Dhairyam, you should have the courage. Buddhi, you should have the wisdom. Sektihi, you should have the strength. Parakramaha, you should have the valor. If you have all these 6 characters, Shajjaguna, then God is always there with you. He will bless you for your success. So, all of you try to cultivate these habits, and please spend your energy, time, intelligence positively, constructively, so that your organization will excel, your port will excel, state will excel, country will excel, and very soon India, with a population of 130 crore population, 29 states, will march ahead from present state to a economy not less than 6 trillion US dollars. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.